Hey guys, it's Trevor on this gorgeous Sunday afternoon, or evening rather. Just got home from my bike ride to Port Dalhousie. Had a great time. Was fantastic getting on the bike for the first time this year and just taking a nice leisurely cruise down to Port Dalhousie. Um, it was busy. It was busy. But then again, what do you expect? Really nice long weekend. A lot of people there. A lot of girls in bikinis with tattoos. Um, that's what I noticed. Maybe because I'm a guy, but girls in bikinis, you noticed. Girls in bikinis with tattoos, I noticed a little bit more because I have tattoos. So, um, and I noticed a lot of people were drinking on the beach. A lot of red solo cups filled with various alcohol. Some people were not so inconspicuous and they were walking around with cans of beer. Saw a couple of girls who were walking around with Bacardi Breezer bottles. But there was a lot of kids there too, so it was kind of like, all right. But there wasn't a lot of rowdiness. Nobody was really, you know, causing any problems, and there were no cops, which I thought was rather strange. I thought there was going to be at least some cops on bicycles around or walking around, and did not see one. From the time that I got there and took a leisurely ride along the pier to when I stopped off at the beach and sat there for a bit, I did not see one police officer. I didn't see a police officer at all from the time I left my apartment here and got down to Port Dalhousie. Nothing. But I spent some time there. It was awesome. It was great. I got some sun, um, and on the way back, I started to kind of feel tired. And I think at one point, this is where I zoned out, because when I went to Port Dalhousie, I went down Martindale from my place. I went down Martindale to Main Street and down to Port Dalhousie, down to the beach. On the way back, my intention was to retrace my route and do the same thing, go up Main Street to Martindale and up Martindale to my place. Um, yeah, that didn't work out so well. I kind of zoned out at one point, just kind of looking around, taking things in, and just, having a good day. And I got to a point where I was looking around, and all of a sudden it clicked on me, hey, there's a lot of farms around me now, orchards, uh, not so much traffic. Where am I? So I come up to an intersection. I looked at the sign. I ended up at 5th Street, Louth. Uh, at this point, I was kind of like, do I just turn around and do I go back to Martindale and go up that way, or do I just say screw it and cut up 5th Street and do that? So I decided I was going to go up 5th Street. Wow, that was an experience because I actually had never been that way before. So it was kind of interesting. Got to the end of 5th Street and it ended at the North Service Road. Okay, there's no other road I can continue straight on, so I gotta go left or I gotta go right. So I decided, well, I'm gonna go left because that'll take me back, down 3rd Street and that way. So I biked that way, got to 3rd Street, turned onto 3rd Street, turned right on 3rd Street, went down underneath the highway and went up 3rd Street. And there's a hill. There's a hill there that you have to go up. In a car, not so bad. On a bike, let me tell you, by the time I got to the top of that hill, my legs were done. I was done. I was cooked. So I managed to bike my way down to the end of 3rd Street and turned onto the road and went past the hospital. And just past the hospital, I was done again. I got off the bike. I walked for a bit with the bike. Uh, got back on, uh, rode up Van Sickle, and made it home. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm tired. But I think that also has to do is I'm kind of still hanging today from last night. I went out last night. Went to Mikado's. It was my good friend Jessie Prue Manley. It was her birthday. I think she said she was 36. Um, so went to Mikado's and I was there about I got there about 10:30. I think she got there about 9:30, 10 o'clock. When I met her, she had already had 5 shots. And one of those shots was a combination of wild turkey, Jack Daniels, and something else. And I thought, wow, that's just gonna do you right in. And then on top of that, a couple of her friends showed up, and her sisters showed up and bought her shots. Her one sister bought her a shot of um, lemon drop, I think, and another one of her friends or her sister bought her a shot of tequila. I did a shot of tequila with her. So she finishes the shot of tequila, and at the end of the bar is our friend Brian, and he buys her a shot of tequila. So at this point, she is now, going on her third shot in less than like 5 minutes. And she sees this shot of tequila and she's like, oh no, I can't do this. No, no, no. And she starts to kind of push it away or towards one of her friends. And Brian kind of goes, Jesse, that's a $8 shot of Patron uh, that I just bought for you. And I looked at Brian, I looked at Jesse, and I was like, Jesse, you got to drink that. That's an $8 shot of Patron tequila. That is like the best tequila in the world. So you gotta drink it. So she's like, $8 shot of tequila? All right. So she did it. Apparently it was the smoothest tequila she had ever had. I've never had Patron just because I can't afford it. So uh, yeah, she did that, and then we went outside and talked for a bit, and somebody else bought her another shot, which I have a picture of if you've seen it. Um, so Jessie ended up leaving because she knew that she was just done. If she had anything else, if she did any more, she was just going to be cooked. So her sister and her husband and her brother-in-law ended up taking her home. I stayed for a bit, had a couple more beers. I left, and I was 3 sheets to the wind myself. It seemed like it took longer for me to get home than it actually did, but yeah. So I got home, and I crashed. It was after 2, anyways, and I was up again at like, I don't know, 8:30 this morning. Yeah, 8:30 this morning, and 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning, I think. And it was just like, why am I awake? Oh my God. But it was a good night, had a fun time, and it was good to catch up and see her again, and just go out for a night and have a couple of drinks, or more than a couple of drinks. But yeah, so tonight is just gonna be sit at home, watch some movies, and just relax, have a shower, have something to eat, and just relax. So I hope you guys are having a good weekend. I hope you're tanning, you're having some drinks, your hard work, you're whatever you're doing. I hope you're having a good time. And yeah, so I will talk to you tomorrow, and we'll catch up again. Oh, it's our friend the bird.